A reading from Reverend Jagannath Carrera's book, Awaken Inside Yoga Meditation. The chapter is called What Happens When the Mind Shakes. This chapter is about the challenges that practitioners face when meditating and about other areas of life that affect progress in meditation. The following list is from the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. Every seeker faces these obstacles at some point on their spiritual journey. 1.30 Disease, dullness, doubt, carelessness, laziness, sensuality, false perception, failure to reach firm ground, and slipping from ground gained. These distractions of the mind stuff are obstacles. The word translated as distractions are chitta, vikshepa. Chitta is the mind. Vikshepa means false perception, dispersing, and shaking. These obstacles are symptoms of a lack or loss of focus and intention, an unsteadiness or shaking of awareness. They are polar opposites of the clarity and steady focus of the mind in meditation. They form a chain reaction, one leading to the next. Disease. This stands for dis-ease, any physical discomfort or disorder that prevents us from engaging in meditation or other spiritual practices. It can present itself in many ways, including fatigue, an aching lower back, nagging allergies, or headaches. Some of these symptoms may mostly appear just before or during meditation. Regardless of the specifics, practice becomes irregular due to physical discomfort. Dullness. The result of irregular practice is not much progress. It's hard to stay inspired if you don't experience anything nice in your meditation. The mind begins to have a hard time focusing. A dull mind lacks insight and can't penetrate into deeper realities. You feel that your meditations are stagnating. A still, focused mind begins to seem like an impossible dream. The next stage naturally follows: doubt. I don't know. Meditation makes extreme demands. It seems too rigid or idealistic. Maybe I don't have the talent for this. I'm starting to wonder if meditating is for me. We doubt the truth or practicality of the teachings, or even more troublesome, we doubt ourselves. We haven't made the progress we thought we would. We feel a bit let down. Our hearts are no longer in the practice. Doubt can be a serious impediment to progress. It hampers discrimination, fills the mind with questions that seem to have no answer, and bring up uncertainties regarding our self-worth. When practice has stalled due to doubt, have the doubts cleared. Ask questions of experienced teachers. Read, study more, do whatever it takes to address the uncertainties. Doubt, along with being its own difficulty, adds fuel to dullness. Carelessness. Even though the first three obstacles are working their spell, you persevere, but without much enthusiasm. Your practice becomes mechanical and lacks conviction and healthy intensity. The mind, torn by doubt and its energy dissipated by disease and dullness, is prone to carelessness. The end of your meditation session arrives, and you have no idea what you have been doing for the past 30 minutes. It probably wasn't repeating your mantra. You cease making progress and begin to lose momentum. laziness. Meditation practice now becomes nothing more than a chore. Do you feel like meditating? Not likely. You become neglectful in your practice. If you do not even attempt to better ourselves, how can there be hope for success? Sensuality. The mind now becoming bored with meditation, and a bored mind looks for distraction, a new amusement, something else to do. It gets mischievous. If it cannot find satisfaction in meditation, it will look to gratify senses. The Sanskrit word translated as sensuality, avirita, means to dissipate and refers to dissipation of energy that comes when the mind loses its resolve and seeks to satisfy sensual cravings. Scattered energy exasperates the other obstacles. False perception. There are aspects of yoga that are great, but some Eastern philosophies seem like denying. Isn't life to be enjoyed? I'm certainly not enjoying meditation. I'm thinking that meditation is really about suppression of natural impulses and emotions. What seemed clearly true in the beginning is now questionable. We may begin to believe that our assessments of meditation as a meaningful part of our lives was a mistake. Most practices are abandoned except for a few stress relieving techniques. Failure to reach firm ground. It is difficult to make progress when the practices have not become firmly grounded, an integral part of our lives. It's easy to get sidetracked. Failure to reach firm ground is also the inability to attain focus attention. Slipping from ground gained. It can happen because you fall back into harmful habits or extended periods of physical or emotional stress, or even because after making a little progress, you become a little more complacent and rest on your laurels. Whatever the reason, it is common experience to temporarily lose some of the progress you made. It is very discouraging to work hard, make some progress, and then slip back. It can feel like Dante's vision of hell, where poor souls expend tremendous energy to crawl out of an immense burning pit only to fall back into the flames at the brink of escape. Prescription for a shaky mind. Yoga offers powerful treatment strategies to overcome the obstacles created by a shaking mind. It begins with our attitude towards them. They are not enemies to attack. There's no stress or fear when they are encountered because we can learn valuable lessons from them. As obstacles appear, we rightly treat them as teachers that uncover hidden weaknesses and strengths. Unseen weaknesses work mischief in the subconscious, silently impelling us to actions or reactions we find unpleasant or harmful. Meanwhile, strengths that remain tucked away from consciousness are left partially developed. When obstacles come creeping or sometimes erupting from their subconscious caves, we can eventually deal with them. The Yoga Sutras present a two-part prescription for overcoming obstacles, a remedy for times when they are active and a preventive that inoculates us from future attacks. These principles, along with the benefits of the company of like-minded seekers, satsang, and of selfless service, karma yoga, are all we need to completing progress. The remedy from this practice, referring to mantra repetition, the awareness turns in, and the distracting obstacles vanish. That's Sutra 1.29, the remedy. Although the text presents mantra repetition as a cure, we can, by extension, include any regular meditation practice. Obstacles are not overcome by forceful efforts to push them away. That only strengthens them. They crave attention and strive on it. Deprive them of your attention by repeatedly focusing on objects of meditation, and they gradually wither. The prevention, the concentration of a single subject or the use of one technique is the best way to prevent the obstacles and their accompaniments. That's Sutra 1.32. Commitment is the preventative against future occurrences of the obstacles. Steadiness of mind is the basis for both courses of treatment, with focused attention in meditation as the remedy and perseverance as the preventative. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.